Okay, Gun Collector 007 here with just a quick video on a bunch of miniature pocket knives that I have in my collection. And I was actually looking all day. I have another box somewhere, but I can't find it, with a ton more tiny little knives, but alas, it is lost somewhere in my house. So we're just going to make do with these, and it'll be a much quicker video for you guys. So anyway, these are all little tiny pocket knives for the times that you don't want anything large. You might be wearing a pair of slacks or a suit or something like that. You don't want a pocket clip. Most of these do not have pocket clips. A couple of them do, but they're all very tiny, minute knives. All of the blades are under 3 inches, and the handles and everything is really tiny on them. So without further ado, we're going to take a quick look at some of these really quickly. First one is one of my favorites. This is a Gerber. I've had this several years ago. I think I bought it on Amazon. No big surprise there. It's a liner lock knife, very slim. You could just throw it in any pocket really, and you hardly know it's there. But if you need to, do some kind of a cutting task, it's always nice to have it. So that's a Gerber right there. We'll just leave that open actually. The next one is one I just made a video on, and this was sent to me by one of my subscribers. This is a mini out the front knife, and you push the button to put it out, and another one to push it back in. And cool little knife, really tiny, less than 2 inches on the blade, so even though it's an automatic knife, it is totally legal to carry. Next one, they sometimes call this one the Duck, but this one, the name on this particular one says Maxim, and basically tiny little thing. I do carry this one quite often too. It fits like in a jacket pocket really nicely, and it's not a switchblade whatsoever, even though it has a button. Basically you open it up, but to close it you need to push this button to shut the blade on it, and that's really a nice chunky blade. It's only a little over 1 inch long, but it does have nice jipping, and I guess you could use that in a self-defense situation. The next one is something they call a secret agent knife or secret knife or whatever. And as you see here, it just folds like this, and it's kind of a cool little feature. I think I did a video on this a while ago. Comes with a little pocket clip, so you could basically keep this inside your pocket, and probably cut myself. It's always these little ones that you cut yourself on. Anyway, you fold it, and it goes like this once it's closed, and so you could, it would look like a pen if that was sticking in your pocket, if you had a pocket on your shirt. And to open it again, just flips out like this, and then you fold this part down, and you have a very, very sharp knife. The next one was a knife that I bought purely on accident. Like I do a lot, this is an optional, and I did not look at the size. I bought this for my wife, and I did not realize this was so tiny when I bought it. It's quite ridiculous really, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, so you see this is probably the smallest optional that they make, and it's in this lovely bright pink color, if that's your thing. And that's it. You can put it on a keychain, as you see, and I guess it'll be good for cutting threads or something tiny like that. Next one, also a mistake of mine. I saw this on Amazon, and I did not look at the size. It just, to me, I don't know why, it reminded me of a Benchmade aluminum 940 or something like that, and I ordered it. But when I got it, turned out to be a Hopi little tiny knife. You can see it's got this shark tooth style blade over there, and very tiny liner lock. You just slide that over to close it and open it. And again, really, really tiny, could fit in your suit pocket. Next one is one that I've had for quite a while. This has what they call a Bakelite finish on it, and it's got a little key ring. The thing on this is when you pull the key ring, the knife opens up. So I think it's pretty cool, and same thing happens in reverse. You push the key ring in and it closes, and you pull it out and it opens up. So very lightweight, weighs practically nothing. Next one was a gift from one of my uncles who passed away many years ago. He used to work for Ford Motor Cars, so it says Ford on there. It has a better idea, and it has this little tiny pocket knife here, as well as a money clip. So I've never actually carried this, but it's kind of nice, and it has sentimental value. Next one up is Could be either a neck knife, but I've taken the little lanyard off of this, and this is a KBar, and it comes with this little Kydex sheath, and it's this tiny little thing. So I guess this would be what they call a last-ditch self-defense type of knife. So that is a KBar, and again, these are the little ones that you wind up getting hurt on. So actually, we'll just leave that up. Next one is a MTech. This is a neck knife. I have worn this on several occasions. You wear it in that fashion so it hangs down. I think they call this the grenade because the handle looks a little bit like a grenade. Also a Kydex sheath, and when you pull it out, it's a double-sided dagger, just like that. So tiny little thing, and I guess that would be a pretty decent self-protection knife. This is a knife that one of my subscribers, DMKS, actually made for me, and I won in a giveaway a while ago. He actually made this sheath, and this is really a beautiful knife. It's actually one of my favorites. It's tiny, it's all handmade, and it's pink and black and blue and really cool. And again, with this custom sheath, you know, fits right in there. You wear that as a neck knife, and very nice little knife. Next one here is this yellow one. This is a Rough Rider mini swing guard, they call this, 2-inch blade. It's in that old-fashioned yellow color. You know, just a regular old-fashioned style, grandpa style knife. Pretty cool. I do carry that often. Next one is a Japanese style knife, and basically this is a friction folder, they call this. You just take that and you do that, and you open it up like that, and says something in Chinese or Japanese on there, if we could see it, but I don't speak Chinese or Japanese, so that's the best I could do on that. But nice little knife. I have carried this once in a while. Next one is a Spyderco. I don't know if it's the honey bee or the sugar bee or whatever kind of bee, but kind of a nice little knife, all stainless steel. It's definitely heavy duty. It's sharp as a razor. I have carried this multiple times also. One of my favorites. So a little Spyderco, you can't go wrong. It has the little Spyderco hole in it like all of them do, only I believe that is one of the smallest ones. This one right here is just an old-fashioned knife. Had this for many years, and this one has a scissor on it, which I've never used, and it has a little knife blade on it, so a tiny little knife. So this is a mini Swiss Army knife, I guess, and I see there's a keychain on the bottom there. Again, I've never actually carried that. That just sits in a drawer, as it will go back to. And I guess the last one would be this one here, and this is actually a knife I do carry, a little bit bigger than the rest, so but it's still quite tiny. This is a QBC, I don't know, I think it's the one. So this is a Kershaw Emerson design, so it does have that wave feature, so when it's in your pocket and you pull it out, it just flips over, or you could use this thumb stud and flip that out. So I like that that's all black, and it's also, you know, very, very sharp. And that's it, just a quick look at a brief little mini pocket knife collection, because sometimes, again, you don't have the room or the desire to carry something larger, but you want something on you for either just simple cutting tasks or absolutely positively last-ditch self-defense. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Take care.